I actually agree with Stephanie in this sense that, with names like a Google and a Microsoft on top of Apple, you guys were just discussing, all being down over 20% year to date. I would say this thing is contagion that spread to those kind of names, right? Those are all still very good quality names that have enterprise contracts, government contracts, all stretching out over the next 5, 10 years. These are quality companies that are being thrown out with the bathwater in these major indexes. And that's what's actually hurting those kinds of names. And so I would be looking for the quality like she's talking about here.
Does that make you feel better or worse? I could paint two sides of that story, right? I could say, okay, these are the quality names that are getting thrown out. Maybe that's an opportunity to buy them. But the mere fact that they are getting thrown out means now they've come for them. And now I'm worried because if they've come for them, that was the last leg in the stool.
Well, if your concern is we're going to keep on selling off, right? Do we really expect a name like a Google again that I just gave you, or an Apple? Like you guys said that, 2 months ago, people were joking that Apple had become its own asset class. Do we really expect that Apple's going to have an 80% sell off the same way an Affirm has, by the end of this negative market cycle? I doubt it, right? Obviously, we can never call that and make any guarantees there, but I doubt it, right? And so I think if I am saying I want to be a player in this market, I'm going to put my faith in companies that are returning capital to shareholders, whether it's through buybacks like you're talking about, or dividends, or something similar like some maybe M&A activity on the horizon. And with, Goldman Sachs note that came out earlier in the year that they expect $1 trillion in buybacks, you better believe that with 35% of the S&P being in those tech names, a lot of those buybacks are going to come in those same large cap tech companies that we were just discussing.
Dan Greenhouse, are we close to a bottom? Do you feel from what you've seen in some of the price action that we're ready to make a move, or do we still have to work some stuff out?
Yeah, well, I mean, admittedly, for the viewers, I thought that a week or two ago, and obviously that hasn't been the case. I mean, Stephanie made a good point about this not being the type of market where you want to own price to sales type companies. And I think more than anything else, that's the heart of the matter right now, that when you're dealing with a sell-off in those types of companies, there's no way to know whether 40 times revenues is the new normal, or 30 times revenues, or 20 times revenues. The selling has to exhaust itself. And it's pretty clear right now that despite a number of items to which we could point, oversold conditions, the percentage of the market below moving averages, all those sorts of things that we look at, there still seems to be no end to the selling. So no, I can't say whether we're at a bottom or not.